Dawn Clark stood in the control room of the human ship. Her face was lit by the blue glow of many screens. She was the commander of all the human ships that came with the peace group. Her job was to keep the humans safe during this meeting with the Sylvari. "Something is wrong," Dawn said to Kate, her second-in-command. "Look at camera 7. On the screen they could see Olivia Mason talking to the tall, blue-skinned Amara. The Sylvari leader looked calm, but Dawn knew better. She had studied these aliens for years. "Mason was not supposed to talk to the matriarch," Kate said. Her voice was tight. "She was just supposed to watch and report back." Dawn hit a button on the control panel. "Get me Mason's supervisor, now." A man's voice came through the speaker. "Yes, Commander." "Why is Guard Mason talking to the matriarch?" Dawn asked. "That was not part of the plan." There was a pause. "She's not on duty right now, Commander. She should be in her quarters." Dawn turned to Kate. "Find her. Use the tracking chip in her uniform." Kate worked the computer. A small dot appeared on a map of the ship. "She's in the West Hall with the matriarch. They're moving toward the service tunnels." Dawn's face got hard. She pressed another button. "Security team to West Hall service entrance. Hurry!" The war with the Sylvari had nearly wiped out the human colonies. 3 whole star systems had been lost. Earth itself was barely holding on. This peace was not real. It was just a trick to give humans time to build up their forces again. "The matriarch is leaving her rooms," Dawn said. "This ruins everything." Kate looked worried. "Should we tell the council?" "No," Dawn said quickly. "Not yet. We need to fix this first." On another screen, Dawn could see Calvor, Amara's husband. He was in their private rooms putting something into a glass. His hands were steady, his face calm. He didn't know his wife was not coming back. Dawn pressed a button. Calvor's face appeared on her screen. "The matriarch is not coming to your rooms," she said. Mason warned her. Calvor's face showed anger for just a second, then went back to being calm. "How? The plan was perfect." "Mason must have found the messages," Dawn said. "She's taking the matriarch through the service tunnels." Calvor put down the glass. "Then we move to Plan 2. Where are they going?" "Probably to the shuttle bay," Dawn said. "They'll try to escape." "Lock down all shuttles," Calvor ordered. "I'll meet your team at the bay." The screen went black. Dawn looked at Kate. "He's too calm about this." "I don't trust him." "He's our ally," Kate said. "We need him." Dawn wasn't sure. The plan had been simple. Make it look like Calvor tried to kill Amara. The Sylvari would blame humans. The humans would blame the Sylvari. The weak peace would break. Then the real war could begin again, but this time with humans having the advantage. "Get me the security feeds for all service tunnels," Dawn ordered, "and prepare my personal shuttle." Kate looked surprised. "You're going after them yourself?" "Yes," Dawn said. "This is too important to trust to anyone else." On the screen they could see Amara and Olivia moving through the dark tunnels. They were moving fast. "They're heading for Shuttle Bay 3, Kate said. "The security team won't make it in time." "Lock all the shuttles in that bay," Dawn ordered. "Use my override code," Kate typed quickly. "Done. They won't be able to start any of the ships." Dawn checked her weapon. It was small but powerful. One shot would kill even a Sylvari matriarch. "Keep watching them," she said to Kate. "Tell me everything they do. I'm going down there." As Dawn left the control room, she thought about what would happen next. The peace had been a lie from the start. Humans and Sylvari could never live together. One side had to win, and Dawn was determined it would be humans. In the service tunnel, Amara and Olivia moved carefully. The tunnel was narrow and dark. Pipes ran along the walls, carrying air and water through the ship. "How much further?" Amara asked. She had to bend down to fit in the tunnel. Sylvari were much taller than humans. "Almost there," Olivia said. "The shuttle bay is just ahead." Suddenly, red lights started flashing. A loud alarm sounded through the whole ship. "They know we're gone," Amara said. Her voice was still calm, but her eyes showed worry. "We need to hurry," Olivia said. She moved faster. They came to a metal door. Olivia put her hand on the scanner next to it. The door opened with a hiss. They stepped into a large room filled with small ships. "We need that one." Olivia pointed to a small, sleek shuttle. "It's fast and has good shields." They ran to the shuttle. Olivia pressed buttons on the door panel, but nothing happened. "It's locked," she said. "They've overridden my access." Amara stepped forward. "Let me try. I have royal codes." She placed her six-fingered hand on the panel. The ship's door slid open. "Good," Olivia said. "Now we need to—" A shot rang out. It hit the wall next to them, leaving a black mark. "Get in," Olivia shouted. She pulled out a small gun and fired back at someone in the doorway. Amara ducked inside the shuttle. Olivia followed, still shooting. The door closed behind them. "Start the engines," Olivia said. "Use your royal codes again." Amara went to the control panel. Her long fingers moved quickly over the buttons. The ship hummed to life. "Someone's trying to override the system," Amara said. "We need to leave now." Outside, more security teams were entering the shuttle bay. Among them was Calvor, his face hard with anger. Next to him was Dawn Clark, her weapon aimed at the shuttle. "Open this ship now, Amara," Calvor shouted through the comm system. "This is a misunderstanding." "Liar," Amara said, but only Olivia could hear her. "He still thinks I don't know about his plan." Olivia looked out the window at the security teams. "We're surrounded." Amara's fingers kept working on the controls. "Not for long. Hold on to something." The shuttle's engines roared. It lifted off the floor, knocking down some of the security team. Dawn and Calvor jumped back as the shuttle turned toward the bay doors. "The bay doors are closed," Olivia shouted. "We can't get out." Amara smiled, showing teeth that were a little too sharp to be human. "Watch." She pressed a red button. A beam of light shot from the front of the shuttle. It hit the bay doors, cutting through the metal like it was paper. The vacuum of space pulled at the hole, sucking air out of the bay. The security teams grabbed onto anything they could to avoid being pulled out into space. Emergency force fields activated, stopping the air from leaving, but not before the shuttle slipped through the hole and out into the blackness of space. "We made it," Olivia said, looking back at the ship getting smaller behind them. "Not yet," Amara said. "They will send ships after us. We need to hide." The shuttle zoomed away from the big ship, heading toward a field of asteroids in the distance. Behind them, alarm lights flashed on the human ship as they prepared to give chase. Amara Xelthorn walked down the long blue hallway of the ship. The lights made her blue skin glow. She was tall, with 6 fingers on each hand, and special marks on her skin that showed she was important. She was the leader of her people, the Silvari. The ship was quiet. Too quiet. Amara felt something was wrong. Her people and the humans had been at war for 500 years. Only now did they have peace. This peace was new and weak. Amara had married Calvor to help make the peace stronger. He was not from her people. This marriage was for politics, not love. As she turned the corner, Amara saw Olivia Mason. Olivia was a human guard. She had only been working for Amara for 3 days. The human woman looked nervous. Her eyes kept moving to check the hallway. "Hi, matriarch," Olivia said in a low voice. She bowed her head a little. "Guard Mason," Amara said. She noticed the human's heart was beating fast. Amara could hear it with her special hearing. "Is something wrong?" Olivia stepped closer. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "Don't enter your chamber. Your husband means to kill you." Amara did not move. She did not show any fear or surprise on her face. Leaders of the Silvari were trained from birth to control their feelings. "That is a very serious thing to say," Amara said. Her voice was calm, but her mind was racing. "Why would you tell me this?" Olivia looked at the cameras on the walls. "Not here. We can't talk here." "I need more than just words," Amara said. Her hand moved under her long blue robe. She touched the knife she always carried. "I need proof before I act against my husband." "I have proof," Olivia said. She pulled out a small black device from her pocket. "This has the evidence. He sent messages to the Raxus Collective." Amara felt cold inside. The Raxus Collective had killed thousands of people on Io, one of Jupiter's moons. They wanted the war to continue. They made money from weapons and did not want peace. Show me, Amara said. Olivia pressed her thumb to the device. It lit up with words and pictures. This is from the ship's computer. Your husband sent these messages 2 days ago. He asked them for a special poison that only kills Sylvari royalty. Your kind of Sylvari. Amara looked at the proof. The words were clear. The pictures showed her husband talking to a hooded figure. She could not see the figure's face, but she could read the words they shared. How did you get this information? Amara asked. She needed to be sure. Trust was hard after 5 centuries of war. I was assigned to check the communication systems, Olivia explained. It's my job to make sure messages are safe. I found this by accident. The message was hidden, but I know old Earth military codes. That's how it was hidden. Amara looked at Olivia carefully. Why help me? Your people hate mine. Many humans would be happy if I died. Olivia stood straight. Not all humans want war. I lost my family in the Battle of Titan. I don't want anyone else to lose theirs. If you die, the peace dies too. Amara thought about this. It made sense. Calvor had always wanted more power. He smiled at her in public, but his eyes were always cold. If she died, he would take control of the Sylvari fleet as her husband. With both sides angry and looking for someone to blame, the war would start again. If what you show me is true, many will die, Amara said. Not just me. Yes, Olivia agreed. That's why I risked coming to you. My commander doesn't know I'm here. If they find out, I could be killed for betraying humans. Amara looked down the hallway. Her private rooms were just ahead. Calvor would be waiting. Perhaps the poison was already there in her food or in the air system. What do you suggest we do? Amara asked. We need to get you off this ship, Olivia said. There's a maintenance tunnel that leads to the shuttle bay. We can take a small ship and go to a safe place. Then we can find more proof and tell both our governments. Amara thought for a moment. If she ran, she might look guilty. But if she stayed and died, the peace would die with her. Millions more would die in a new war. Very well, she said at last. Lead the way, Guard Mason. Olivia nodded and moved to a small door in the wall. It looked like nothing special, just a service panel. She pressed a code into the small keypad, and the panel slid open. We don't have much time, Olivia said. Your guards will notice you're missing soon. Amara took one last look at the hallway that led to her rooms, to her husband, to the man who wanted her dead. Let us go, she said. They entered the dark tunnel. The door closed behind them with a soft hiss. The only light came from the glowing marks on Amara's skin. They cast blue shadows on the walls as the 2 unlikely allies moved deeper into the ship, away from danger and toward an uncertain future. The Sylvari leader and the human guard. 2 people from worlds that had tried to destroy each other for 500 years. Now they had to trust each other to survive. The mining colony on the small moon looked like a metal city built into rock. Lights shone from domes and towers. Mining equipment stuck out from the surface like strange fingers reaching for the stars. Amara guided the shuttle toward a small landing area away from the main docks. It was hidden behind a tall rock formation. Why here? Olivia asked. If someone is waiting for us at the main dock, we will avoid them, Amara explained. We need time to learn what is really happening. The shuttle landed softly on the dusty ground. Amara shut down the engines but kept the life support systems running. The air outside the moon was not breathable. We need pressure suits, Amara said. She went to a storage compartment and took out 2 suits. One was made for a Sylvari, with extra room for their taller bodies. The other was human-sized. They put on the suits. Amara's 6 fingers worked quickly to seal all the connections. Olivia had more trouble with her suit. Let me help, Amara said. She checked Olivia's suit to make sure it was sealed properly. This air would kill you in seconds. Once they were both ready, they went to the airlock. It cycled through its program, removing the air so the outer door could open safely. Then they stepped out onto the surface of the moon. The ground was gray and dusty. Their boots left clear footprints. Above them, the stars shone brightly. There was no atmosphere to make them twinkle. "The colony entrance is this way," Amara said, pointing to a metal door built into the rock wall. "It's a service entrance. Only workers use it." They walked to the door. Amara pressed her hand against a scanner next to it. "Will your codes work?" "Here?" Olivia asked. "We will see," Amara replied. The scanner lit up green. The door slid open. They stepped inside another airlock. When the outer door closed, air hissed into the small room. Lights on the wall changed from red to green. "We can remove our helmets now," Amara said. She took off her helmet. Olivia did the same. The inner door opened, and they stepped into a narrow corridor. It was clearly made for workers, not visitors. Pipes ran along the ceiling. The floor was simple metal grating. The lights were bright but plain. "Where to now?" Olivia asked. "We need to find someone I can trust," Amara said. "There's a Sylvari worker here named Varrock. He served in my personal guard many years ago. If he's still here, he will help us." They moved through the corridors, trying not to attract attention. Most of the workers they saw were focused on their own tasks and paid little attention to them. The colony was used to visitors, even important ones. They came to a large open area. It looked like a market. Different stalls sold food, tools, and other items. Workers from both species mixed freely here. Humans and Sylvari talked, ate, and traded together. "It's so peaceful," Olivia said, quietly. "They work together here like the war never happened." "This place has always been neutral," Amara explained. "The minerals they mine are needed by both our peoples. Fighting would stop the mining, so they found a way to work together." "If they can do it, why can't everyone else?" Olivia asked Amara. Didn't answer. She was looking around the market. Then she spotted someone. A tall Sylvari male with faded blue skin, showing his age. He was examining some tools at a stall. "Varrock," Amara said quietly. She moved toward him, keeping her head down to avoid being recognized. When they got close, Amara spoke in the Sylvari language. Varrock looked up, surprised. Then his eyes widened as he recognized her. "My lady," he said, bowing slightly. "This is unexpected." "I need your help, old friend," Amara said. "Is there somewhere we can talk privately?" Varrock nodded. "My quarters. This way." He led them through more corridors and into a residential section of the colony. His room was small but neat. It had a mix of Sylvari and human items. A picture on the wall showed him with a human woman. "My wife," he explained, seeing Amara look at the picture. "We met here 15 years ago." "The peace works here," Amara said. "It does," Varrock agreed, "because we choose for it to work. Every day." He looked at Olivia. "Who is your human friend?" "This is Olivia Mason," Amara said. "She claims to have saved my life, or she may be trying to take it. I'm not sure yet." Olivia looked uncomfortable but didn't protest. Amara explained everything that had happened. The warning, the evidence against Calvor, their escape, and the messages from both Calvor and Commander Clark. Varrock listened without interrupting. When she finished, he was quiet for a long time. "May I see this evidence?" he asked finally. Amara gave him the device. He studied it carefully, his old eyes narrowing as he read the messages. "This is very convincing," he said at last. "But there is something wrong." "What?" both women asked at the same time. "This message is dated 3 days ago," Varrock said, pointing to the screen. "But it mentions the Proxima Centauri meeting. That meeting was only scheduled 2 days ago, after a private discussion between human and Sylvari leaders." Olivia looked confused. "What does that mean?" "It means," Amara said slowly, "that whoever created this message knew about the meeting before it was officially scheduled. They had inside information from both governments. Or they created the message after. The meeting was announced and changed the date," Varrock suggested. Amara looked at Olivia. "Did you change the date on this message?" "No," Olivia said firmly. "I showed you exactly what I found. I didn't change anything. Varrock studied Olivia's face. I believe she is telling the truth. She believes the evidence is real. But it may not be, Amara said. Correct, Varrock agreed. A beeping sound came from a small device on Varrock's wrist. He checked it and frowned. Ships have arrived at the colony, he said. One Silvari battlecruiser, one human destroyer. They're demanding to search the colony. They found us, Olivia said. We need to learn the truth before they find us, Amara said. Varrock, does the colony still have its own communication center? Yes, Varrock said. It's independent from both human and Silvari networks, for emergencies. Can you access messages sent from the human fleet in the last week? Amara asked. Varrock thought for a moment. Yes, but it would be illegal. I am your matriarch, Amara reminded him. I can pardon you. Then yes, Varrock said. I can do it. And messages from the Silvari fleet as well? Amara asked. That would be more difficult, Varrock admitted, but possible. Good, Amara said. Take us there. They left Varrock's quarters and moved through more corridors. They had to be careful now. Search parties from the ships would be looking for them. The communication center was in a secure area of the colony. Varrock used his worker ID to get them inside. The room was full of computers and screens. 2 workers were there, one human and one Silvari. Take a break, Varrock told them. Official business. The workers looked uncertain, but left when they saw Amara. Even in worker clothes, a matriarch had a presence that commanded respect. Varrock sat at one of the computers and began working. His fingers moved quickly over the keyboard. What are you looking for exactly? Olivia asked. The truth, Amara said simply. If Calvor is trying to kill me, there will be evidence besides what you found. If Commander Clark is plotting something, there will be evidence of that too. Varrock worked for several minutes, then he sat back. I have accessed the communication logs from both fleets for the past week. Amara and Olivia moved to look at the screen. Show me communications between Commander Clark and Calvor, Amara ordered. Varrock entered some commands. A list of messages appeared on the screen. He opened the first one. As they read, Amara's face grew harder. Olivia looked shocked. They're working together, Olivia said, but not to kill you. They want to fake your assassination attempt. To break the peace, Amara said. To restart the war. But there's more, Varrock said, opening another message. Look at this one. This message was from Calvor to someone not on the official contact list. The name was coded, but the message was clear. He is planning to betray Clark, Amara said. He wants to really kill me, not just fake an attempt. And this one, Varrock said, showing another message from Clark to an unknown contact. She is planning to eliminate Calvor once you're out of the way. They're both planning to double-cross each other, Olivia said, and they're both working with outside groups. Amara stood straight. We have what we need. Copy all these messages. We need to show both governments what's really happening. Too late, said a voice from the doorway. We've found you. They turned to see Commander Dawn Clark standing there, with 4 armed guards behind her. All had weapons pointed at them. Step away from the computer, Dawn ordered. Now. The small shuttle raced through the asteroid field. Huge rocks floated all around them. Some were as small as a human fist. Others were as big as mountains. Amara flew the ship with great skill, her 6 fingers moving quickly over the controls. You fly well for a queen, Olivia said. She was checking the weapon systems of the shuttle. I was not always a queen, Amara said. Her compound eyes never left the view outside. I was a warrior first. All Silvari leaders must prove themselves in battle before they can rule. Olivia looked at the screens behind them. 2 ships following us. Fast ones. Amara nodded. Fighter ships. 1 human design. 1 Silvari. They are working together to catch us. Can we outrun them? Olivia asked. No, Amara said simply. But we can outsmart them. She turned the shuttle toward a very dense part of the asteroid field. The rocks were closer together here. It would be hard to fly through without hitting something. "This is dangerous," Olivia said. Her hands gripped the edge of her seat. "Yes," Amara agreed. "For them, too." The shuttle dived between two huge asteroids. There was barely enough space for the small ship to fit. Behind them, the two fighter ships followed. They were closing the distance. "They're gaining on us," Olivia said. Amara didn't answer. She was focused on flying. The shuttle twisted and turned through the maze of floating rocks. Several times they came so close to hitting an asteroid that Olivia closed her eyes. One of the fighter ships wasn't so lucky. It tried to follow them through a narrow gap and clipped its wing on a rock. The ship spun out of control and crashed into a larger asteroid. A bright flash lit up space as it exploded. "One down," Amara said. "One to go." The second ship was still behind them. It fired a warning shot that passed just over their shuttle. "They're trying to disable us, not destroy us," Olivia said. "They want us alive." "That is good for us," Amara replied. "It limits what they can do." She suddenly cut the engines. The shuttle stopped moving forward but kept floating because there is no friction in space. The fighter ship behind them shot, passed unable to stop in time. Amara immediately fired the engines again and turned in a new direction. "Clever," Olivia said with admiration. "An old trick," Amara said. "But it works." They flew out of the asteroid field. The second ship was nowhere to be seen. Ahead of them was empty space with stars shining in the distance. "Where can we go now?" Olivia asked. "They'll have alerted all human and Silvari outposts by now." Amara thought for a moment. "There is a place. A mining colony on a small moon. It is run by people from both our kinds who want peace. They will help us." She programmed the coordinates into the computer. The shuttle's engines hummed louder as it prepared for a longer journey. "Why did you really help me?" Amara asked suddenly. She turned her large eyes to look at Olivia. "The truth this time." Olivia hesitated. "I told you. I don't want the war to start again." "There is more," Amara said. It wasn't a question. "I can sense it," Olivia sighed. "My sister married a Silvari. During the brief peace 10 years ago, when the war started again, they were both killed by people who hated their marriage, people on both sides." Amara was quiet for a moment. "I am sorry for your loss. Their child survived," Olivia continued. "My niece. She's the first half-human, half-Silvari child. She lives in hiding. I want a world where she doesn't have to hide anymore." Amara's eyes widened slightly. "Such a child exists? Our scientists said it was impossible." "They were wrong," Olivia said simply. Amara looked back at the controls. "Then we have even more reason to expose this plot, for the future of both our peoples." The shuttle continued through space. According to the computer, they would reach the mining colony in 6 hours. Both women were quiet, lost in their own thoughts. Suddenly, a light began flashing on the control panel. Amara pressed a button, and a screen lit up. It showed a message in Silvari writing. "What is it?" Olivia asked. "A message," Amara said. Her voice was tight. "From Calvor. How did he find this channel?" She read the message. Her face showed no emotion, but the patterns on her skin glowed brighter with anger. "He says I have been tricked," Amara said. "He claims he is innocent, that humans are using me." "Don't believe him," Olivia said quickly. "I showed you the proof." "Yes," Amara said. "But what if the proof was planted? What if someone wanted me to believe Calvor was trying to kill me?" Olivia shook her head. "Why would anyone do that? To separate me from my husband, to make me run, to make me look guilty." Amara turned to look at Olivia. "To destroy the peace." Olivia met her gaze. "You think I'm lying to you?" "I think," Amara said slowly, "that nothing is as simple as it first appears." The shuttle's computer beeped. Another message was coming in. This one was from Commander Dawn Clark of the human fleet. "Play it," Amara ordered. Dawn's face appeared on the screen. Matriarch Amara, you are being deceived. Guard Mason is not who she claims to be. She is working with a group that wants to destroy the peace. Return to the fleet and I promise your safety. The message ended. Amara looked at Olivia, who looked genuinely confused. She's lying, Olivia said. I don't understand why, but she's lying. One of you is, Amara said. The question is, which one? Olivia looked frustrated. Check the proof I gave you again. It's real. I didn't fake it. Amara took out the small device Olivia had given her. She studied it again, looking at the messages that supposedly proved her husband was trying to kill her. These codes, Amara said, pointing to a string of numbers and letters. What do they mean? Olivia looked at them. I'm not sure. They were part of the message. Amara's eyes narrowed. They are coordinates. For the mining colony we are heading to right now. Olivia looked surprised. That's not possible. I didn't know about that place until you mentioned it. Then how did these coordinates get in this message? Amara asked. Her hand moved to the knife under her robe. I don't know, Olivia said. She looked genuinely confused. I just found the messages. I didn't add anything to them. Amara stared at Olivia for a long time. Then she looked back at the screen, which now showed the stars outside. Someone is playing a very dangerous game. Amara said at last, and we are the pieces being moved across the board. She pressed some buttons on the control panel. The shuttle changed course slightly. Where are we going now? Olivia asked. Still to the mining colony, Amara said. But by a different route. If someone is expecting us there, I want to surprise them. Olivia nodded slowly. You still don't trust me. I don't trust anyone right now, Amara replied. Not you, not Calvor, not Commander Clark, not even myself. The shuttle moved through the emptiness of space. Behind them, the second fighter ship had found them again and was following at a distance. Ahead of them was a small moon, barely visible as a dot of light. We'll find the truth soon enough, Amara said, and then someone will pay for their deception. Olivia checked her gun. I'm ready. Amara looked at her. Are you? Even if the truth is not what you expect? Yes, Olivia said firmly. All I want is the truth, no matter what it is. Amara nodded. Then we agree on that much, at least. The mining colony grew larger in their view screen. It was time for answers. Amara stood tall, facing Commander Clark. She did not show fear. Behind her, Varrock was quietly pressing buttons on the computer, saving the evidence they had found. Commander Clark, Amara said, we were just talking about you. Step away from that computer, Dawn said again. Her voice was hard. She kept her weapon pointed at Amara. Olivia moved slightly, putting herself between Dawn and Amara. Commander, you need to listen. We found evidence of a plot against the peace. Quiet, Mason, Dawn snapped. You've betrayed your own people. You'll face trial for what you've done. Like helping prevent a war? Olivia asked. Her voice was steady, but her hands were shaking slightly. The war is necessary, Dawn said. Humans will never be safe while the Sylvari exist. They destroyed 3 of our colonies, killed millions of our people. After humans attacked our homeworld, Amara said quietly. Both sides have blood on their hands, Commander. More blood won't wash it away. Dawn's face twisted with anger. Don't talk to me about blood. My entire family died on New Terra when your ships attacked. I was the only survivor. And many Sylvari lost their families too, Amara said. The cycle of revenge must end somewhere. Dawn laughed, but there was no humor in it. It ends with victory, complete victory. She looked at Olivia. I thought you of all people would understand, after what happened to your sister. Olivia's face showed surprise. How do you know about my sister? I know everything about everyone under my command, Dawn said. I know she married one of them. She pointed her gun at Amara. And they killed her for it. No, Olivia said firmly. Extremists on both sides killed her and her husband. People like you who can't imagine peace. Dawn's finger tightened on the trigger. Enough talking. Step away from the computer. All of you. Varrock moved away first. He gave Amara a small nod. She understood. He had saved the evidence. Where is Calvor? Amara asked. I expected him to be here too. He'll be along shortly, Dawn said with a cold smile. He has his own security team searching the colony. We agreed to bring you in alive. So you could kill me later, Amara said. After making it look like the humans did it. Dawn didn't deny it. And Calvor plans to do the same to me, I'm sure. But I'll deal with him after I deal with you. Just then, the door behind Dawn opened again. Calvor stepped in with his own armed guards. They pointed their weapons at Dawn's team. Commander, Calvor said smoothly, I see you found my wife. Thank you for your help. Dawn turned slightly, keeping her gun on Amara, but watching Calvor from the corner of her eye. Our agreement was to bring her in together. Plans change, Calvor said. He signaled to his guards. Take the humans into custody. All of them. Dawn's guards turned their weapons on Calvor's team. Now everyone was pointing guns at everyone else. This is not what we agreed, Dawn said through clenched teeth. Did you really expect me to honor an agreement with a human? Calvor asked. He looked at Amara. My wife. It's time to go. These humans tried to trick you. They wanted you to think I was trying to kill you. And were you? Amara asked calmly. Calvor smiled. Of course not. I am loyal to you and our people. Liar. Dawn spat. You've been planning to kill her all along. You want to rule the Sylvari yourself. Calvor's smile never wavered. Humans. Always so emotional, so quick to accuse others of their own crimes. The tension in the room was like a wire pulled too tight, ready to snap at any moment. One wrong move and shooting would start. In the confined space, many would die. Amara looked at Olivia, then at Varrock. Both nodded slightly. They were ready. It seems we have a problem, Amara said. Both of you want to take me with you. Both of you have planned to kill me. Yet here, I stand, very much alive. Not for long if you come with her, Calvor said, pointing at Dawn. The same is true if you go with him. Dawn countered. Amara took a step forward. Both Dawn and Calvor tensed. What if I don't go with either of you? Amara asked. What if I have evidence of both your plots? Evidence that has already been sent to both our governments? This was not completely true. Varrock had saved the evidence but hadn't sent it yet. But neither Dawn nor Calvor knew that. Doubt showed on their faces. They looked at the computer behind Amara. You're bluffing, Dawn said. But she didn't sound sure. Am I? Amara asked. Would you like to explain to your superiors why you plan to restart a war that would kill billions? Would you like to tell them how you worked with the same man, who now points weapons at you? Calvor's smile was gone now. What evidence? What have you found? Everything, Amara said simply. Every message between you two. Every message to your secret contacts. The Raxus Collective. The Earth First Movement, all of it. Now both Dawn and Calvor looked worried. Their plans depended on secrecy. If the evidence was public, they would be finished. Weapons down, came. A new voice from behind Calvor. Everyone turned to look. In the doorway stood a group of colony security officers, both human and Sylvari. They had their own weapons ready. This is a neutral colony, said the leader, a tall human woman. Fighting is not permitted here. Put your weapons down now, or we will be forced to stun all of you. For a moment, no one moved. Then Dawn slowly lowered her weapon. Her guards followed her lead. After a few seconds, Calvor did the same. This isn't over, Dawn said to Amara. Yes, Amara replied. It is. The colony security officers moved into the room. They took the weapons from Dawn, Calvor, and all their guards. You're all being detained, the security leader said. The colony administrator will decide what to do with you. I am a Sylvari. Matriarch, Amara said. I claim diplomatic protection for myself and my companions. She gestured to Olivia and Varrock. The security leader nodded. Granted, Matriarch. The others will be held until representatives from both governments arrive. As Dawn and Calvor were led away, Amara turned to Varrock. Send the evidence, now, to both governments. Varrock went back to the computer. In a few minutes, he had sent all the messages they had found. It's done, he said. Everyone will know what they planned. Amara turned to Olivia. You saved my life. Even though you didn't know the whole truth, you acted on what you believed. Thank you. Olivia nodded. I just wanted to stop another war. My niece deserves a world at peace. Your niece, Amara said thoughtfully. The half-human, half-Silvari child. I would like to meet her someday. Maybe you will, Olivia said. When it's safe. The colony administrator arrived shortly after. She was a middle-aged human woman with gray in her hair. She listened to Amara's explanation of what had happened. This colony has always stood for peace between our peoples, the administrator said. We will help in any way we can. Thank you, Amara said. I need to speak with both governments. They need to hear directly from me what happened. The administrator nodded. Of course, our communication center is at your disposal. In the days that followed, much changed. Both governments were shocked by the evidence. Dawn and Calvor were arrested and would face trial for conspiracy and treason. The peace, which had been so fragile, was now stronger. Both sides had seen how close they came to war again, and neither wanted to go back to that dark place. Amara spoke to the leaders of both species. She told them about the colony, where humans and Silvari lived and worked together in peace. If they can do it, she said, so can we all. 1 month later, Amara stood on the observation deck of a new ship. This one was different from the diplomatic vessel she had fled. It was the first ship built jointly by humans and Silvari, a symbol of their new, stronger alliance. Beside her stood Olivia, now officially part of Amara's personal guard. And with them was a young girl about 10 years old. She had blue skin, but it was lighter than a full Silvari. Her eyes were a mix of human and Silvari, with only slight compounds. She had 5 fingers instead of 6. Aunt Olivia says you saved everyone, the girl said to Amara. Amara shook her head. No, little one, your aunt saved everyone. She warned me, don't enter your chamber. Your husband means to kill you. Without those words, we wouldn't be here now. The girl smiled. It was a smile that held the future of both species. Outside the window, Earth and the Silvari homeworld were both visible as distant points of light. Between them, the stars shone like promises waiting to be kept. What happens now? Olivia asked, looking out at the stars. Now, Amara said, we build something better than peace. We build unity. The ship moved forward into the darkness of space, carrying with it the hope of 2 species who had learned, at long last, that they were stronger together than apart. And somewhere in that vast darkness, the future waited for them. Not without challenges, not without struggles, but with the promise that they would face those challenges together, not as humans and Silvari, but as people.